Hi, and welcome to our haunted Halloween office. Have you ever wondered what creatures lurk into the darkness of your rental in between guests? What's that crackling that you hear late at night? Or is it really the wind that howling that you hear? Or will you need to use your damage deposit to repair some unwanted poltergeist activity? Anyway, welcome back, Gabriella.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. And today, as you can see, we're doing something a bit special for Halloween. So, yeah, maybe creatures are not real, but today, who knows? But today, we're going to talk about some very real
Yeah, we got some scary stories.
Airbnb or, well, short rental host horror stories.
And guests. And guests.
True. Okay, so let's get started.
Let's get into it. While most of these stories are going to come from the guests or host point of view, we actually have one from a former Airbnb employee. So, I'm going to read from my little script here. He said, I used to work as customer service for Airbnb. One night around 4 a.m., I got a call from a guest saying that the place they were renting was burning down. 20 minutes later, I got a call from the host saying that a guest had burned down their place. It wasn't really my job to figure out who was at fault or even what had actually happened. But one thing was certain, the house was burned down.
Nobody thought about calling the fire,
No.
the fire department?
No, so please, for any guests listening, call the fire department and not Airbnb customer support.
For our next story, let's go to Sydney, Australia, where Holly had some credit card debt to pay, and so she thought about renting out her whole apartment for 10 days, which can be a great idea, you know. But then, of course, something happened. She rented it to the wrong persons. So when the guest left, Holly went to her place to do a bit of cleaning. What do you think, Gabriella? What do you think she found?
Ooh, I don't know. Was it really messy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen Trainspotting?
Oh, no!
It's a great outdoors!
So she found drug paraphernalia, drugs, of course, and identifiable substances.
Uh-oh.
Stains of blood.
Oh my god.
And I mean, I don't know if this is the worst part or not, but expensive stuff was missing, of course. Be careful who you rent your your place to, and do a background check always, because otherwise it can turn up
into a horror story.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, we're gonna move over to London, where a guest had booked into a fancy apartment for a New Year's celebration. And the host didn't think anything of it. You know, they accepted the booking. All was good. Or so she thought.
Well, I mean, New Year's Eve, it's risky.
Yeah. A few hours later and a few £1,000s worth of damage. Wow. The neighbors called the host, basically to let her know what was going on. So as well as leaving behind a stench of weed, they also ripped up floorboards and pulled a TV off the wall. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. That's a real horror, like werewolves or something like that.
The floorboards? Ripping up floorboards below.
So, for my next story, we move over to Palm Springs, California, where Corey Schogel? Yeah, well, sorry I butchered your name, Corey. Again, she rented her place to the wrong persons. Everything seemed... It went off again. Really spooky, guys. It's you haven't seen that because we'll probably be cutting it out. But
our lights keep turning off.
Exactly.
We're getting haunted.
Totally. Anyway, should we just carry on without the light?
Yeah.
So Corey, exactly. She rented her place to the wrong persons. Yes. At the beginning, everything seemed normal. It was two brothers.
Yep.
They seemed nice and everything. And she rented her place for 6 weeks.
Okay.
I think so.
Pretty long stay.
Yeah, a long stay. And then the two brothers refused to leave.
I'm staying.
And the thing is that in California, if you rent your place for more than 30 days, then it can be really difficult, to evict the person there, without paying for relocation and everything. So after, weeks of legal battling,
Yep.
finally, the two brothers decided to move out during the night.
Ooh. They disappeared into the night.
Yeah.
I'm sure Corey was happy though.
Yeah.
Yes.
And next, we also have some stories of our own, right?
Yep.
So you want to tell some of your experiences,
yes,
horror
I do.
stories?
Yes, please. So it was about 8 years ago, and I had gone to Paris with one of my friends and her mom and her niece, okay? It was October time, so all the leaves were off the trees.
Ooh,
Creepy
Halloween.
vibes
Yeah,
already.
Halloween
It was
vibes.
for Halloween. We stayed in kind of like what would be a summer camp with like mobile homes. It was like
Okay.
on the outskirts of Paris. And it was so creepy this time of the year because it was deserted. There was like nobody there. And just the vibe of the place, okay? The vibe was creepy. It was day 3 of like a 4-day trip. I woke up in the morning to hear crying, okay? And I looked over and my friend, she wasn't in the room. So I was like, okay, what's happening? I went into the sitting room and all of them were sat there crying. And I was like, what happened? What's wrong? Someone had broken in and stolen one of their passports, cash, and some jewelry. So basically everything that they had left in the sitting room. There was nothing broken though, like nothing was broken in, like there was no shattered glass, like there was no broken windows. So we were wondering like, how did they get in? We were convinced it was like the workers at the camp,
Maybe one of the...
like someone who had a key because the door was
Maybe
locked.
one of you guys.
It was me. This is my confession. No, I think it was one of the workers because who else would have a key to get in? Like we had locked the door at night, gone to bed, and it was like one of us stole it basically. Like the door was locked. Like who would be able to get in? We think it was one of the workers.
Spooky.
Yep.
Okay, I can tell one of my own if
yes,
you want.
please.
So a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
I went to Galicia. It's northern part of Spain. Lovely area if you ever want to go. Anyway, so first the Airbnb wasn't where it was supposed to be, so it was like
Ooh.
30 kilometers away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not exactly, and not just like next door. It was like a 10, 15 minutes drive. Because the host,
Yeah.
she sent a message.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the, the address.
location.
Exactly. And we look it up, and but this is not what the map is showing
Yeah,
the Airbnb
exactly.
on the listing, So yeah, guys, avoid doing that because starting
Starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
And so we arrived there, and there is the host uncle living there. I mean, the issue is not that the uncle is living there, of course, but one of the things, if you want to deliver a great, guest experience, is managing expectations.
Yes.
And so if you don't mention that there's someone at the place...
It's a bit of a shock.
Exactly.
Yep.
Just, be transparent about the situation of your rental, okay? Now, let's continue with the host horror
please.
stories.
Let's get into it.
And what's... Ooh, spooky.
Ooh. We'll leave him like that.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy. What's one of the...
Here we go.
What do you think is one of the worst things, one of the worst sensations that you can have when you enter a place?
Ooh, like a bad smell.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
What do you think? What kind of bad smell?
Like rotten food or something?
The smell of death.
Uh-oh.
6 deer bodies underneath the house.
Under the house?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, okay, so if the guests were hunters, why would they forget,
Doesn't make
the-
sense.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense.
6 dead deer. And it was the guest. It wasn't the host. The host found this, right?
Exactly,
Not the guest.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So yeah, maybe it was a cult of anti-short-term rentals or something like that.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to sabotage him. Oh my god.
You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so next, do you believe in other dimensions?
Maybe.
Okay, because I think this one could be
Another dimension. A parallel.
yeah, but and the creepiest one of all our
Oh,
stories.
exciting.
So imagine, okay, that you live in a house,
Yeah.
you just bought a house.
Yeah.
And you want to go on vacation. So
A little holiday, yeah.
You open Airbnb, you scroll through Airbnb, and then you see your house there.
Uh-oh.
But you never listed it on there. So,
Like all the photos of your house? Like,
photos of your house, the street, everything. Like,
that's so creepy.
yeah. So maybe it's like you in another dimension.
Yeah,
who did it.
exactly.
We'll never know, but that's a real story. That happened to a real not Airbnb host in this case.
I have a lot of questions about that.
Let's see if we have some. The sad thing about this horror story is that we don't know the end. We really don't know what happened here.
Uh-oh.
Like we don't know who did it. But can you imagine, like,
Oh my God,
like
it's so creepy.
It's bad enough if you're not the host. I mean, if you're the owner and you see people coming in.
Yep.
But can you imagine the guests as well? Like, you arrive, you think you booked like a nice Airbnb,
exactly.
and then the guy is no, guys.
Have you heard of that movie that's like an Airbnb horror story movie? Like,
Oh,
begins with B. Do you guys know it?
They have the one with the double booking. No.
I don't know if it's a double booking. It's like they go to an Airbnb and it's like there's like a horror story or something going downstairs in the basement.
Oh no, I know.
Barbarian or something? Maybe you guys have seen it. Do you know the one I'm talking about? You have to watch it. It's your homework.
I will. There's another one. Maybe it's the same one, but there's one where there's a double booking. So there's a girl.
There's a horror story. That's a double booking.
No, I mean, one of the two guests is kind of creepy.
Okay, I get it.
But it's so it's that girl that goes to an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And then suddenly another guy shows up.
Oh.
And so they figure out,
Yeah.
we have a double booking situation here. The host doesn't respond, which is not something that you should
have
do,
to respond.
of course. And also get a nice PMS like
Yes.
Lodgify to avoid double booking. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That movie wouldn't have existed with if the host had a
Exactly.
PMS.
That's a lesson, a life story.
Exactly.
Yep. That brings us to the end of the video.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy these little horror stories. I hope you're not too scared. And
did you like our outfits and our decorations?
It's more funny than scary, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Mr. Alvar had teeth he was ready to put in.
Yeah,
Do
but
you have those on deck?
I couldn't.
No.
I don't care.
I mean,
I don't even know how to put this on. So basically, that's why I didn't use them.
well, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment letting us know maybe if you've had a horror story. We'd love to hear it.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, please. And we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah. See you soon. Bye.